Mary Kay Cab out of Cleveland.com just a little while ago, Josh. I'm not even sure if you saw this.
I did see this.
Shedeur Sanders is going to start the first preseason game for the Browns. Now, we do know I have been advocating for this. I think Shedeur is the best quarterback on the Browns roster. We know Kenny Pickett is injured. We know Dylan Gabriel not only looked terrible in training camp where it looks like he can't even throw past 5 yards on the field, but he just looked small and terrible. And they bring back Tyler Huntley to play quarterback. Who knows what the hell is going on in the Browns organization? I mean, it's such a typical Cleveland thing to do. But regardless, I said I don't watch preseason football unless it's the 2025 Browns. I'm watching this Friday night.
Yeah, I'm going to DVR it. I'm going to DVR every Browns preseason game. I'll probably DVR every Browns game this season, but whatever. That's just the type of fan I am. But the Browns circus continues. If it's not one thing, it's another. That's the best way I can put it. But in terms of Shedeur starting, I'm not putting too much stock into it. It's the first preseason game. They're on the road at the Carolina Panthers. It's not like he's going to be going against the number ones and the number two.
Actually, he is. The Panthers announced they're playing their starters.
What? In the first preseason game?
Yes. In the first two, they're going to be playing their starters, and then they'll use the third preseason game they set for backups.
Okay, I stand corrected, because typically it's the first and usually second preseason games where you see the backups and the third stringers and the fourth stringers.
Well, in this new format, it sort of differentiates by team. When we had 4 preseason games, the third one was always the dress rehearsal game. Now teams sort of pick which one they want to use as the dress rehearsal game.
So this is going to be interesting if, in fact, the Panthers actually are playing their starters to see how I almost said Bryce Young. No, Shedeur Sanders does, especially if the Browns play some of their starters.
And by the way, Shedeur has had no first-team reps.
Yeah, which that makes the whole thing even more confusing. If I had to guess, Joe Flacco is going to be the starter week 1 against Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals in round 1 of the Battle of Ohio. It just makes sense. They brought him back for a reason. I don't expect Joe Flacco to play at all in the preseason, but I'm really not taking much stock into this.
See, I agree with you. I think Flacco probably is going to start. I've been advocating since they drafted him in late April. It's the wrong move. I don't think you're going anywhere with Joe Flacco. What is the point of having Joe Flacco start games for a team that won 3 games last year?
I don't know. I don't know. You look at the Browns' schedule. In the first 5 games, they've got the Bengals. Then they're at the Ravens, Packers, Lions, Vikings. Those are their first 5 games.
I mean, 3 out of those 5 teams made the playoffs last year. Actually, I think 4 out of the 5. The only one that didn't was Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And you could make an argument if Kansas City had to play their starters against Denver and Denver didn't sneak into the postseason, maybe Cincinnati does get it.
Yeah. So tell me where the easy win is in those first 5 games.
See, the funny thing is, right, the NFL now with rookies is always the debate of, oh my God, you don't want to destroy the guy's confidence. There is a guy on the other side of the field, Friday night in Carolina, named Bryce Young, who the Panthers threw him to the Wolves. It was a bad coaching staff. He had a terrible rookie year, and he had a terrible start to his sophomore year that Andy Dalton had to come in because Bryce Young looked like he literally did not belong on an NFL field. And when Bryce Young came back, Josh, I'm dead serious. Watch highlights of it. He looked like a top 10 quarterback the rest of the year.
Yeah, and I thought the Panthers were going to dig their way out of the hole. By
the way, they should have beat the 2 representatives in the Super Bowl back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, and I think if they had won those 2 games, they might have been able to dig their way out and sneak into the playoffs.
And don't forget, they should have beat Tampa. Remember that home game against Tampa that went to overtime? I think Chuba Hubbard fumbled.
Yeah. Carolina is going to be a very dangerous team this season.
So my point is to that, there's this old debate of, we want the veteran to start. You don't want to throw the rookie quarterback to the wolves. This is Shedeur Sanders. This is Deion Sanders' son. He had nothing to play with outside of Travis Hunter at Colorado. He was running for his life behind a bad offensive line. Like, this kid to me is mentally tough. He could take, I think, going out there and taking a beating early. To me, the only reason why they're not going to start him is because we know, now Jimmy Haslam said Andrew Berry made the draft pick, but deep down we know that's not true. And that's why, to me, if Dylan Gabriel was healthy, he probably would have started this game.
Yeah, I agree with you. I wouldn't be surprised if Dylan Gabriel is healthy. He'll probably start next week in Philadelphia.
Yeah, that'll be interesting because Nick Sirianni typically does not play his preseason guys, especially on offense. Defensively, you may see a couple of guys. I wouldn't suspect a Jalen Carter, but maybe like a Nolan Smith, maybe a Cooper DeJean.
Eagles doing like a joint practice next week?
They are, and that's why I don't suspect a lot of starters to play because typically you get your work in these joint practices and then the game is used for the backups.
That's what I thought. Because our preseason schedule goes at Panthers, at Eagles, home against the Rams.
And that at Eagles and home against the Rams, both those games are on Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's weird. And then this game against the Panthers is on Sunday, I think?
No, it's Friday night. It's this coming Friday night.
Oh, at 8 p.m., I believe.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to tune in and watch it, but I don't know what to make of the Browns. Like, it wasn't surprising that they drafted Shedeur. The fact that he's getting this start again, like, is it big news? Yes. But am I putting a lot of stock into it? No. Especially because, as you said, he hasn't played first-team reps.
Oh, I will never believe in preseason that much again after I saw what 2015 Sam Bradford looked like for the Philadelphia Eagles. I thought we were going to the Super Bowl, and Chip Kelly got fired. And in 2017, I'll add one more. 2017, I thought Deshaun Kaiser looked like a legit NFL quarterback in the preseason. Yeah. How'd that work out?
0-16.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Like, there was a season where the Browns went undefeated in preseason. It might have been the 2017 season.
It was. They went 4-0 in the preseason and then 0-16 in the regular season.
After that 4-0 preseason, I'm like, okay, maybe.
There's a Facebook post I have where the Browns went 4-0 in the preseason, and I said something like I wouldn't be surprised if they go 0-17 or something. It's on my memory. I'll have to dig it up on the day it comes back up.
But it's just like, with the Browns, it's anything that can go wrong will go wrong.